All right, so number 12, we're going to solve. So we have square root of 4x minus 3 plus 1 is equal to 8. All right, so we are going to find a new pen. Now we are going to solve this. Now to solve this, we need to get the x by itself. And it's underneath the square root. And we really need to get the square root part all by itself first. So I'm going to subtract 1. And so I get square root of 4x minus 3 is equal to 7. Now what's the opposite of taking the square root of something? Squaring it. So I'm going to square this, and on the left side I get 4x minus 3 is equal to 49. So then it just looks like a simple linear equation. So we get 4x is equal to 52 divided by 4, and I get x is equal to 13. Now this is just 13. There's no plus or minus 13 because the x in the original problem did not have an exponent. So we've just one answer. And that's going to happen again in 13 as well. So in 13, we have the square root of 2x minus 1 is equal to x. Actually, no, we will have two answers in this. Well, you'll see why. So what's the opposite of square rooting? Squaring. So on the left side, we get 2x minus 1 is equal to x squared. And so now you can see that this is a quadratic because we have a squared. And to solve a quadratic, it must be equal to 0. So let's do that first. Let's make this equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 2x. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So I get 0 on my left side is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. And it has to be in factored form. For this to be in there will be one answer, look at that. For this to be in factored form, we need to factor this. So what number multiplied together is equal to positive 1, but when added together equals negative 2? So what two numbers multiplied together equal negative 1 and added together equal negative 2? Well, negative 1 and negative 1, right? So x minus 1 times x minus 1. So obviously this is going to be x minus 1 squared. But if I break this apart, on both sides I get x is equal to 1. Well, you can't have 1 and 1, right? So the answer is just 1. And if I were to graph this, your parabola would look like this, where that is 1. Okay. Finally, the length of a rectangle is, let's draw a rectangle. The length of a rectangle is 3 times the width. The area is 135. What are the dimensions? Well, I know area is equal to length times width, and my length is 3w. So area is equal to 3w times w. Well, 3w times w is 3w squared. My area is already given, 135. So divide by 3, and I will get w squared is equal to 45. The opposite of squaring is square rooting, square root. So we have 45 square root. And so the width is equal to 6.7. Now this is not going to be 6.7 plus or minus 6.7 because although there is a square root or square in the original problem, you cannot have a negative side length. That just makes absolutely no sense. So then all you have to do is plug this in. I'm going to leave you to this. So plug this in and multiply it by 3. I'll just do it actually. Times 3. And so there is the length. And that's it.